Welcome back everyone to Self-Serving Skillet, where I have all of my Eggs Benedict components ready to go, except this is the real deal. I have my homemade English muffins ready to go. I have my poached eggs waiting in a water bath. I'm putting a kettle of water on to boil because if you're not serving hollandaise sauce right away, you need to keep it warm. And so I'm going to fill this vacuum bottle up with hot water. And when I'm done making my hollandaise sauce, the hot water goes out, the hollandaise goes in, it stays nice and warm until I'm ready to serve. We're probably going to use most of this juice, but we don't want to commit to using it all. Really depends how juicy this lemon is. 2 lemons might not taste exactly the same. Water's on the boil. I'm just gonna fill this up. We're gonna need 2 elements for our hollandaise sauce. We're gonna need a saucepan with a shallow amount of water in it. This probably has about an inch of water in it. And then we're gonna need a much larger heat-safe bowl. The idea is that the water steams the bowl and we can remove the bowl when we need to. We control the heat. So I'm going to heat that up. 2 egg yolks, and this is pretty standard for 2 egg yolks. 2 egg yolks will do enough hollandaise sauce for 2 people if they only want a little bit, or 1 person if they are a hollandaise sauce glutton. Of this, I'm going to commit to about ½ a tablespoon of lemon juice. We can always add more later. And I want about an equal amount of water. Pinch of salt. Some people will add sugar. I don't think it needs it at all. Canadian bacon is traditional, at least here in the States, which is kind of an odd thing. I prefer ham or like an English style bacon rasher. For the sake of TV, I'm doing something that I would very much recommend against. And then I'll just pan fry those. To start off, you see how this has a very deep yellow golden color. I'm gonna put this on and stir, whisk vigorously, maybe about 30 seconds, and this is gonna change color just slightly. You see how now it's a little bit more of a pale color. And that wasn't even 30 seconds. And now what I'm going to do, this is a homemade cultured butter. You can feel free to buy yours at the store, or you can watch me make it after this video. And I'm just going to throw a knob in. And we just want to slowly melt that butter. Get the handle out of the way. Now I already measured this out. It's 100 grams of butter, which is just shy of 4 ounces. So for 1 egg yolk, you want about 50 grams of butter, pinch of salt, lemon juice to taste, a little bit of water. And the reason this needs to be cold is that you're creating an emulsion. Think about like a salad dressing that you might make. You're drizzling the oil in slowly. Well, if the butter's cold, it's going to melt slowly. And then you're going to be able to whisk it in slowly, or as if it's being poured slowly, to the egg yolk. At this point, it's a little bit thick, a little bit thicker than I'd like, so I am going to thin it out with a little bit of lemon juice. That's probably another ½ a teaspoon. And you can turn this down too if it's going too fast for you. The point is that it steams. All steam is 212 degrees Fahrenheit at sea level, or 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. In Minnesota, I think it's something like 110.8. We're about 800 feet above sea level. And if you've ever heard that Foods cook differently at different elevations, or up in the mountains, or some variation of that. That's why. It's because water boils differently. Different temperatures. There's less pressure keeping it together. Start getting my ham on. Don't want to multitask too much, which is why I did the poached eggs and the English muffins before. Once you're done with all that butter, you're going to keep stirring and cool this down just a little bit. Not too much. And then when you're through, just taste it. Need a little salt. Just a little bit of salt. Maybe a little bit more. Lemon, there's about a tablespoon and a half in there so far. That's it. That's gonna be great. Let's garnish that with a little chive. I decided to save that one for later. I've been eating all day. Hopefully I've showed you that you don't need to freak out about this dish. Although it's reasonably technical, a lot of it you can make ahead. Do me a favor and hit the like button. It just helps the YouTube algorithm get my videos in front of the right people. And Hollandaise is such a great thing to make. If you're doing this for brunch, try making a steak for dinner, or some asparagus, or really anything that's not sweet. Salty ham, chewy English muffin, nice rich runny egg. The Hollandaise is both creamy and tangy. There's a reason that this is a breakfast classic. If you're interested in how I made that homemade butter, you should watch this video next. And if you want to know how to make the perfect Bloody Mary that would pair with this excellently, right there.